Just through these first few days of practice, everybody's been really great, and it's been so much fun.
I've been so impressed with the product on the court. Over 200% viewership increase since Caitlyn Clark has come in. And by the way, you can just look to that shot. That was incredible. That scene was awesome.
The moment the footage dropped, everything changed. What was supposed to be a closed-door training session turned into a viral spectacle that sent shock waves across the basketball world.
The Indiana Fever have dropped a new workout video with the rookies. I think I saw Jillian Aileen in there too, practicing with Caitlyn Clark, and everyone is going crazy.
Where she moves markets. And when you've got someone who moves markets, you have to pay attention to that person.
Caitlyn Clark, calm, focused, and terrifyingly sharp, wasn't just going through the motions. She looked like a weapon ready for war. The Atlanta Dream? They're on notice. Her movements were lethal, her energy unshakable. And now, with the most anticipated game of the WNBA season just days away, one thing is clear. Caitlyn Clark isn't coming to prove herself. She's coming to take over. And after watching this footage, no one's asking if she's ready. They're asking if the league is.
Pretty exciting. One of the big reasons fans flock to State Farm Arena is, of course, the Caitlyn Clark effect.
She's a wonderful player. She brought a lot of eyeballs.
The newly surfaced practice footage of Caitlyn Clark has lit up the internet, and for good reason. In just a few short clips, Clark silenced any doubts about her readiness for the WNBA stage.
And Caitlyn Clark was a part of, I believe, 20 of 23 of the WNBA's most watched games last year. This is not a random blip. This is a shift. This is a full force trend.
The intensity she brought to that session was undeniable. Her signature deep threes were falling like clockwork. Her court vision was razor sharp, and the pace at which she moved screamed one message. She's not easing into the league. She's ready to dominate it. And now all eyes are on her as she prepares to face the Atlanta Dream.
More people watched this preseason game than game one of last year's WNBA Finals. 1.3 million people watched Caitlyn Clark.
What's making headlines isn't just the mechanics of her game, it's her mindset. Observers noticed how locked in she was. No distractions, no hesitation, just pure focus. Even in drills, she played with urgency, constantly communicating, constantly pushing, constantly elevating the energy around her.
The WNBA saw a boom like we have never seen. We saw Caitlyn Clark come into the league. We saw the Caitlyn Clark effect. We saw the influx in fans who flooded to the WNBA, and many of those were there for Caitlyn Clark.
Coaches watched closely. Teammates followed her lead. And the buzz coming out of the gym was immediate. Clark is locked and loaded. Analysts who once questioned how quickly she'd adjust to WNBA-level speed are now rethinking their takes.
I think they obviously are taking winning and capitalizing off of this Caitlyn Clark moment they have going.
Because based on this footage, she's not adjusting. She's already dictating tempo. And this isn't just about her individual performance. Her presence has raised the intensity of the entire team.
She could potentially be one of the best point guards to ever play in the WNBA.
And I want to personally thank Caitlyn Clark for lifting up our sport.
Caitlyn Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years.
The Indiana Fever practice didn't look like a warm-up. It looked like a team on a mission, a team rallying behind its new leader, a team getting ready to make a statement. And Caitlyn Clark, she's the voice behind it.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despise. She's cocky for a good reason.
Confident.
How smart she is around the ball and just putting people in different places to be successful. So it's just been really fun getting to know her.
What sets this practice footage apart from the usual preseason clips is just how locked in Caitlyn Clark appears. Not only in execution, but in intensity. She's not just refining her shot mechanics or running through plays for the sake of rhythm.
They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is.
The fact that it is so prevalent
in mainstream highlights that we're talking about it here shows the growth of the sport, shows the power of Caitlyn Clark, shows you how many more people are paying attention to it.
She's commanding the floor like a seasoned pro. Every movement is crisp, deliberate, and aggressive. You can see she's preparing not just for a game, but for a statement performance against a team that's already looking to rattle her.
As Caitlyn got better, obviously we had to change our strategy and how we defended her. When you're playing against great players, you're not going to stop them, right? You just have to try to make life as difficult as possible.
The Atlanta Dream, known for their physical, no-nonsense defensive style, aren't going to give Clark a warm welcome to the league. But from what's been captured on video, she's not only ready, she's studying. She's preparing to break down their pressure, adapt mid-possession, and use their aggression against them.
They will recognize, her game, but they won't recognize her impact.
Caitlyn Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlyn Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
Watching the way she shifted off picks, delivered passes before the defense could rotate, and sank multiple logo-range shots without hesitation. It's not just confidence, it's calculation. Clark isn't reacting to what's around her. She's anticipating what's coming and setting the tone before the game even begins.
People have said that, hey, no one watches preseason games. 1.3 million people tuned in to watch a preseason WNBA game. All right? Not only did they watch a WNBA preseason game, the game was on ESPN. Think about it. That's never happened before, ever.
Perhaps the most revealing aspect of the footage was how her teammates treated her. This isn't a team trying to make room for a rookie. They're responding to her pace. They're feeding off her focus. Veteran players like Nalissa Smith and Kelsey Mitchell were visibly engaged, mirroring her urgency, building synergy.
If I was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlyn Clark games. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say, 15 to 18 game Caitlyn Clark package.
That kind of response doesn't happen unless the respect is already there. You could sense that Clark's leadership isn't being forced. It's emerging naturally. Even more impressive is how Clark seems to be handling the pressure.
She's an incredibly hard worker. She's a high IQ player. She's a perfectionist. Like, she wants to get better. She lives in the gym. And so you knew that growth was going to take place, and having the opportunity to watch her on a daily basis and how she approaches the work. Like, there are work ethics and there are work styles, right? And a work style of not wasting reps, of not wasting time, of being very intentional about a growth process.
The outside world is watching her every move. Every shot she takes, every pass she makes goes viral within minutes. And yet in that gym, she didn't look like someone feeling the weight of expectations. She looked like someone feeding off them. She's not just preparing to play the Atlanta Dream, she's preparing to lead the Indiana Fever into a new era. One where they're not just competing, they're contending. And with the viral footage spreading fast, the message is clear.
Yeah, I mean, that was like my biggest focus in the offseason, is just trying to get stronger and really working on that. And really thankful for Sarah, our strength and conditioning coach, like put in a lot of time with me. And we were in here consistently. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for myself, is just having that consistency to be able to work on it for 6 months or whatever it was. So I certainly feel a lot stronger. And, I'm a pretty self-aware person. I knew that was going to be a huge part of it. And it's going to help me offensively. It's going to help me defensively. It's going to help me not get as tired throughout games. So yeah, definitely one of the focus points of my off season is just getting stronger. And even through these 2 practices, like I can certainly feel it.
Caitlyn Clark isn't coming to prove herself. She's coming to dominate. And the Dream, they're next. The impact of this viral practice footage is already extending beyond just the Indiana Fever's locker room. Across the league, teams are watching, coaches are adjusting, analysts are rethinking their early season predictions. And most importantly, the Atlanta Dream now know exactly what they're walking into. They aren't just preparing for a rookie with a strong college resume. They're preparing for a player who's already elevating the professional level before even stepping onto the official court.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball. period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
And while many thought Caitlyn Clark would need time to adjust to the WNBA's pace and physicality, she's already sending a different message. She's bringing her pace to the league. Her style of play is fast, decisive, and relentless. And she's bringing a level of offensive threat that forces defenses to stretch, adapt, and eventually break.
One more thing on Caitlyn, which makes her super valuable, is she is leading the WNBA in points generated, which means points scored and or points assisted on. She is leading the league by a significant margin, and she is doing this as a rookie with a Fever team that is not comprised of a bunch of all-stars.
From deep threes to off-ball movement and next-level court vision, Clark is showing that she's not just a star in the making. She's arriving as a fully formed problem for every team she faces. The Atlanta Dream will undoubtedly try to disrupt her rhythm, throw size and pressure at her, and test her toughness. But judging by what we've already seen, Caitlyn's response won't be emotional. It'll be surgical. She's not just reacting to the challenge. She's preparing for it, and she's doing it with a confidence that only comes from knowing you've put in the work.
Yeah, I think any rookie coming into this league, you all kind of experience the same thing. You're moving to a new city, you're meeting new people, have new teammates, have new coaches. You're trying to figure out how the WNBA works. So I think it's all just really new. Like, you're starting to just a very new chapter of your life, and you're trying to get your feet under you. So I don't know. I think going into year two, that's kind of the biggest thing for me. Is just I feel like I have experience in this league. I know what to expect. I know how training camp works, even though we have a new coach and I have a lot of new teammates. Like, just having that experience of how things operate, I think, has provided me with a lot of confidence.
Now, with the world watching, she's ready to translate that practice dominance into primetime performance. Caitlyn Clark's latest practice footage didn't just go viral, it sent a message. She's not easing her way into the league. She's storming through the door, ready to take on anyone standing in her way.
You know, the reason that we all started in this game was because we love it. You know, we enjoy it. But we're hungry to be our best as individuals, and we're hungry to be our best as a team.
And the Atlanta Dream are first in line. The confidence, the leadership, the precision, it's all there. This isn't hype anymore. This is reality. The WNBA's newest star is showing she's not just ready to compete. She's ready to control the game.
Caitlyn Clark is becoming the best player in the entire WNBA, not because she's white, because she's that good.
I think Caitlyn Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlyn Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlyn Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never!
The best player in America, the best shooter in America. Watch her play. She plays at a high level.
She's going to break records nonstop for the next couple years.
She's the only one capable of taking nothing and making it something.
And if this practice was any indication, what she's about to unleash on the court will be nothing short of a statement. The countdown is over. Caitlyn Clark is here, and the league will never be the same.
This team is going to break so many records this year. Attendance, viewership, merch sales, all of the things.
This was a preseason WNBA game. It is unbelievable what it is Caitlyn Clark does.
Whenever Caitlyn Clark takes the floor, that maybe is different not only from any player in the WNBA, but from any player in basketball.
You want somebody that is very well liked. You want somebody that can cross bridges, that really won't be loyal to specific alliances. Now, whether you think, Sue Bird, I feel like Sue Bird is, definitely going to be a, there will be some UConnism in there. Like, they're always going to probably get a little bit of love on this. And UConn produces plenty of great players, but, this thing is UConn now, kind of.
Y'all expect Caitlyn Clark to make it. I'm sure the NBA expects Caitlyn Clark to make it. When the commissioner of the league, when he comes out and says it was a great miss for women's basketball to have left Caitlyn Clark off the team,
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game.